I don't usually get swept away by sensational headlines, but I've got to admit, a recent CBC article laid out something so compelling it might change how you see the Canadian housing market. We're talking about the tariff threats and some of the tariffs that have already come through that are impacting things like job losses, and why this chaos could actually create a prime opportunity to buy real estate or invest in real estate in Canada, even when it does feel like the world is on the edge. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Cameron Brioux and I'm a realtor in Moncton, New Brunswick. I make videos every week to help you buy, sell, invest, and navigate the Canadian real estate market. And if at any point you want to dive deeper, the first link in the description allows you to book a call with me. Let's jump in. All right, everyone is on edge about tariffs. A CBC piece that broke down how the past few years in Canadian real estate have been, in a word, unpredictable, from huge peaks in demand to massive drops in sales. It's been like a roller coaster that refuses to settle. This piece pointed out that at the end of 2024, we actually saw a decent upswing in prices and sales were finally bouncing back across Canada. Then, practically overnight, everything seemed to reverse again, according to the piece, and in early 2025, we're talking about a double-digit slide in sales in many cities, even though mortgage rates have dropped to about half of what they were at their peak in 2024. What's causing this sudden drop? That's the million-dollar question, right? The CBC report attributes most of the fear to the new tariff threats from the US, the kind of uncertainty that makes companies and employees nervous. We've seen headlines about mass layoffs, big corporate cuts, and overall, well, my job might be next vibes. Throw in mortgage pre-approvals for folks who have been on the fence, and you get fewer people wanting to take the big long-term purchases. Throw in mortgage pre-approvals for folks who have been on the fence, and you get fewer people wanting to make big long-term purchases when the future feels so shaky. So here's the upside of all of that doom and gloom. Fewer buyers in the market translates to less competition. When sellers aren't seeing multiple offers on day one, they're forced to be a bit more flexible. We're talking real negotiating room, possible price drops, and fewer bidding wars. And with interest rates still significantly lower than last year's highs, the cost of borrowing could be more manageable. Perfect conditions if you are prepared to ride out any short-term turbulence. According to the CBC piece, and backed by a lot of past market data from CREA, there's a precedent to this. Take early 2020. Everyone freaked out, but once the shock wore off, pent-up demand and low rates led to a surge in sales and higher prices. That window of opportunity can close fast when buyers realize the sky isn't actually falling. Now, I don't usually get pulled into the hype and sensational headlines, but I've been speaking to fellow agents across Canada who confirm this is pretty unique. Some are even calling it the Goldilocks moment. Rates aren't sky high, inventory is decent, and sellers might be a little bit more open to negotiating in some markets. If the tariff demand drama calms down and job security rebounds, we could see a massive group of buyers re-enter the market quickly, potentially driving prices up again. So yes, there is a real risk. Macro factors can change on a dime, but if you are ready to buy, this climate might actually be in your favor. To sum it up, the CBC's take is straightforward. We've got a very real sense of unease slowing the market, but that sense of unease is also holding back a lot of buyers who would otherwise jump in. If you're solid on your income, comfortable with your finances, and planning to hold on to your property for a while, this slowdown might be the opportunity that you've been waiting for. And yes, I realize there's still plenty of volatility out there, but in my own opinion, if you've done your homework and you're in a stable spot, this kind of market could reward the well-researched decisions. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button if you did find this video helpful. Subscribe if you want weekly videos on buying, selling, investing in Canadian real estate, especially here in New Brunswick. If you have questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments, or by using the first link down in the description, you can book a call with me. See you in the next video.